Hello there, world of tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm of course your host, the Droodles Blitz, and in today's video we are going to be playing in the Scepter, the Tier 8 autoloading premium tank that Wargaming will be releasing on April 8th in just a few hours. Most likely, by the time a lot of you are watching this video, you will already be able to try and get your hands on it. Now there are two ways of obtaining this tank, either using 30,000 diamonds on the in-game luxury event, which is going to cost you a lot of boosters, a lot of credits, whatever you have certificates for, it's gonna cost you a lot of. It was like 360 million credits I said in my previous video, but if you also wanted a possibility of getting the tank, you can get it from the crates in the event as well. I'm not sure exactly how much the crates are gonna cost, but this tank, I can tell you, is statistically the same as the M-III-Yoh in every aspect apart from the reserve track. This vehicle, you can reverse even when you are tracked at 5 kilometers per hour. However, you cannot do that with the normal M-III-Yoh. Is it worth it to grind? Well, if you can get your hands on this vehicle absolutely for free, then yeah, especially if you're a free-to-play player, why wouldn't you want a Tier 8 that you can earn a lot of credits in? But apart from that, I really would not suggest to get your hands on the Scepter because it's going to take a lot of time for a tank that's not necessarily anything special apart from the normal tech tree. So statistically, as I said, we're not really going to go over much because it's exactly the same. There are two camouflage options you can run. We can run the impeccable camo here, which looks very, very nice as you can see, but I actually like the stock camo better. It's red, it's basically the same, but instead of being blue, it's red. Let me know which camo you guys like better in the comments down below. But let's get into a battle and see just what the Scepter has going for it. Here we are in our first game. What do we have up against us? We got a Chimera, Moishin, a Leopard PTA, but when it comes to heavies, because obviously this is a heavy vehicle, they only have one heavy, which is the Moishin, so I guess we'll find out how this works out. We only have 2 heavies, though. We got a Void player using, funny enough, a testing tank being the T-77. It's a 2-shot with 380 damage, if any of you watched my previous videos. It looks pretty cool. I do definitely like it, but we will find out. Speed is key. Let us get into position. As you can see, this camo does look very, very sexy, especially with PBR on. Let's see. I'm not really sure what their team's going to plan on doing because, as we saw, they only have 1 heavy. So I'm going to push up. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? The most of their team should be pushing over towards the A cap. So speed and power. Hopefully we can find the Moishin. Let's keep on going. Now the Yoh is not the fastest of tanks, as we all do know. So you do gotta be a little careful when doing that. Let's see if we can get a bounce. Well, that was not a bounce. That was a big old pen right into my tank. But good news is that we can very easily overmatch this Moishin. Let's get one more shell into his weak spot. There you go. We weren't able to get that second shell out, but that's fine because we were still able to chunk 600 hit points off of the Moishin, and we're backing up using our clip. So let's just reload again. Now our FE301 and Panther 2 are already dead, but hopefully my Void player is going to help me out. He's going to get some shells into the Moishin. Let's reload, and here we go. Let's get one in. Nice. All right, let's go for our second tap, and let's go for that third tap as well. Hopefully this Void player is going to do something, but we're probably just going to bleed another, 300 hit points. Come on, dude. He's not getting any shells out. I don't know what he's doing. That's a stock ISU, so you shouldn't be too worried about that. But I guess that's your big worry. Either way, 7 more seconds, we will have our clip ready for the dumping. That ISU did get a shell out, but let's get 1 shell as well of our own into him. There you go, 1 tracking shot. Let's go for the second shell, finish off the ISU, and start reloading our clip once again. You can see the gun on this tank is very, very nice, and it can do its job as long as you let it have time to reload. I've always loved the Yoh because of its 2.5 second interclip. It's way better than a lot of the other heavies in the tier. There you go, nice bounce. Reloading, reloading. That T-77 is going to get a pretty big slap into that Moishin, and we're going to finish him off. Let's reload our clip and push over towards the 44 and the Hornet. And I think they also have the Chimera left. Yes, off to the side. All right, well, let's push in. This is a pretty good first battle. It didn't seem like it was going all too well early on, but our team picked up the pace, and it looks like we should be able to win this. 5 more seconds. Oop, there you go, one shell into the Chimera. Ooh, he just got absolutely slappered by that T-77. As you can see, the 77's gun is great. The ability to deal 380 damage in 2 shots, or not 2 shots, but each shell dealing 380 is pretty nasty. Either way, we're going to push on this T-44, and I'm going to see if I can get some damage out. Speed, go, 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 go. Ooh, this 44 does not want to play with me, I can tell you that. Let's give him a little bit of a love tap. There you go, nice damage there, 963. And one more shell is all we need. All right, that was a pretty good battle, wasn't it? I think we were able to deal over 3,000 damage, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I think we did just around 3k. Either way, a pretty good first battle, and you were able to see just why the Scepter is going to be a nice vehicle. Let's put on the other camouflage and get into one more game, but yes, we were able to deal over 3,000 damage, dealing 3139. Now, when it comes to the armor profile of this tank, I wouldn't rely really anything on it, because it doesn't really have armor. Its upper plate is very weak, but the turret is great. It's just kind of like a 5A, which, as many of you know, is one of my favorite heavies out there, where the 5A is super duper good as long as you use only the turret. And the Yoh is definitely the same way. It does have weak spots. You can shoot the cheeks on the turret right here and as well here, but you don't really need to worry too much, and you'll be fine for the most part. I really do like the look of this tank, though. Honestly, I'm back and forth. The blue camo looks really nice as well. Does the other camo have gold? It does, but the gold doesn't look as nice than it does on the blue. Ooh, both of these camos are so nice. Alright, well, let's put on the blue camo and let's get into another game. Here we are getting into our second game. Not too bad in queue time at all, and we're only up against tier 8 opponents. Their tier 8 heavies include the IS-6 and the E-75TS. When it comes to mobility, they got a Leo, a T-44, and an RU-251, and I actually just realized I also have another heavy, being the T-29. You can see that this camouflage is a bit less vibrant than the red one, as obviously blue is not nearly as vibrant as red. Yeah, I definitely have to say I like the red one better. In Garage, the blue looks nice, but in actual game, the red looks very, very clean and sexy. I don't know which one I'll actually run on my tank, because this camo is probably going to cost a lot more extra. Isn't it like an extra 10,000 diamonds or something? Let me know in the comments, but it's ridiculous to get your hands on the camo, another 100 million credits or something like that. So I don't even know if I'm going to try and get the camo, but I don't know. We'll see. I've got like over 1 billion credits, so yeah, we'll find out. Either way, I'm going to push towards base B. There's the enemy 44 spotted. Maybe we can get a shell in. Boop. There you go. Nice tap, and let's instantly start reloading our clip, although I actually wished I had in there. Now, when it comes to clip reloads with the Yoh, I usually just reload the clip whenever I think I'm in need of shells. So, ooh, let's back up. I don't want to be rushed by that. Let's back up very, very quickly. Looks like my mediums are kind of camping, and my T-32 is going to die. So let's just back up here. The Yoh is decently fast on its reverse speed, and I still want to overlook base B, as I do feel that is an extremely important part on the map. It lets you reposition very quickly, but as well, I don't want to be in danger. So let's go. Hopefully I should be able to cross this at least somewhat safely. We've already cleared one of their tanks, so even though our T-32 is going to die, at least we should have a clear on our table as well. We got the T-28 prototype over to the side, who I'm hoping is going to start backing up, and if he does back up, come on, back up, please. Yes, there you go. There's 1 shell into the prototype's rear, 2 shells, and let's get that 3rd shell out. Goodbye. That is where clips are amazing. All right, well, let's start that reloading process again. 16 more seconds, and we got another 900 damage for the taking. Let's push over here. This is where we originally started, which is kind of funny. We've just swapped positions, but we should be able to sit hull down. I've got the Reveille over here with me, and yeah, we should be able to get some nice shells out. Nice bounce from the IS-6. That is where the armor on this tank comes very, very nice and handy. Let's go for another shell into the E-75TS, and we should be able to get one more tap out. There you go. Nice triple tap into his vehicle. And now we back up. I'm very surprised it actually penned me. Wow, right through the mantlet. I got robbed. Either way, that E-75TS bled a lot more health than we did, especially judging that my Rev was also shooting him. So that was really not worth it, to be honest. Either way, let's push over towards the IS-6 and see if we can get some shells in. They do have the E-75TS over here, though, who I would like to shoot. They also got the 44 pushing up. Let's go for a tracking shell. There's 1 shot. Let's go for a second tracking shell, and let's finish off the 44. Nice. All right. pretty easy clips in this battle. You can see where the tank is extremely capable and able to do its job. We are already up to 2,900 damage dealt in this game, and in another 10 seconds, we will be ready to deal another 900. RU-251 is pushing on to the rear of this T-29, and we should be able to get some nice shells out as well. Let's go right for that track wheel. There you go. One tracking shell. Let's get that second shell out, and we should, well, not able to get that third one out, but I'm not even going to reload my clip. Let's just see if we can get one shell into the enemy RU-251 and call a day. I mean, this should be a pretty fun battle. Let's speed and power. Here we go, and, you know, I kind of wish I did reload my clip. Oh, never mind. Doesn't really matter. We're up to 1,000 on the base cap. Wasn't even paying attention. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. 2 battles in the Scepter, and you can see just why this tank is truly fantastic. 3,510 damage there. Now, if you do feel bad and you're like, I really want to get this tank, but I don't have enough time, it is a tech tree vehicle. And that's one nice thing about this, is that if you miss out on it, you really didn't miss out on all too much. You can just get this on the tech tree. Now, what Wargaming does in the future, if they nerf the tech tree, you never know. But I already think that the Yoh is one of the best tier 10, or tier 8s in the game, sorry. So this is just another solid vehicle that I'll probably be playing because it looks so nice, especially with the other camouflage you can be running on the tank. Hopefully, all of you enjoyed today's video, and if you'd like to see more like it, let me know in the comments down below. But as always, when I try to get this information out for you guys as early as possible, please consider smashing that subscribe button. Bye-bye!